On the front page of this week's Business Courier, working women in Greater Cincinnati are making plastic surgery all the rage. Our front page centerpiece, the price of beauty. Permanent makeup, Botox injections, laser hair removal, eyelid lifts, facelifts, increasingly popular with women in Greater Cincinnati who want to look their best in the workplace. That's according to local doctors and nurses who perform these procedures. They say non-surgical cosmetic procedures that hide wrinkles or make a face appear fuller for 6 months to a year are way up among people who really want to look more how they feel.
My facial features may not match how I feel, so I want to look younger in that respect to match my healthy lifestyle.
A typical client would be those who are seeking permanent makeup when they're in sales positions, those who do a lot of speaking engagements for corporations or companies, professionals in the entertainment field.
Interest in cosmetic procedures is also on the rise nationally. According to the American Society of Plastic Surgeons, the number of procedures performed was up 5% last year for both women and men. Well, the healthcare reporter for the Business Courier, Barrett Brunsman's been covering all the fine lines and wrinkles of this story. Barrett joins our Business Watch producer, Kelly Leon, with more about what he found. Barrett and Kelly?
Thank you, Brian. Barrett, thanks for being here. It's your first time with us.
My pleasure,
Welcome
Kelly.
to the Business Courier.
Thank you.
Let's first talk about the cost. The name of the article is The Price of Beauty. How much are these procedures?
Kelly, the procedures can range from hundreds of dollars for something like a Botox injection to more than $6,000 for a facelift. It's important to keep in mind when you're talking surgical procedures, more than $11 billion was spent by Americans on such procedures last year. To put that in some perspective, the gross domestic product of Armenia was $10 billion last year. So a lot of money is going into these procedures. Yeah. The typical amounts for such a facelift and so forth, $6,000, that's just the doctor's fees. That doesn't include anesthesia, operating room use, and related expenses. So they can be expensive.
And you also talk in the article about finding a qualified person to do this. Because it's so popular, there's a lot of folks out there saying, hey, come to me, I can do this for you. How do you find the right person and make sure they're qualified?
The doctors and nurses I spoke to stress that plastic surgeons have a great deal of expertise in this area. But because this is such a lucrative business now, there are a lot of folks who are not necessarily experts getting into these non-surgical cosmetic procedures. Even dentists are getting involved in Botox injections, which are basically small needles pressed into your face to relax your muscles so that the wrinkles don't show. You need to talk to a lot of folks who've gone through these procedures to tell them whether they were satisfied with the work or not. But there are risks involved if something is not done properly. For instance, a Botox injection too close to the eyes could relax the muscles there. You might end up with double vision.
And this is mostly women doing this. What about men?
Women account for about 91% of the more than 14 million cosmetic procedures last year. In Cincinnati, it's a little higher than the 9%. Some of the doctors I spoke to said men are about 20% of their patients. That includes a lot of non-surgical procedures, but also hair transplants, although I can't imagine why a man would need such a thing.
I can't either. That's ridiculous. And just a note, Barrett and I went to grade school together, and we are not ready for any of these procedures. We're just not old enough for this.
Kelly, I mean, it's been, what, about 15 years since we graduated from St. Antoninus Grade School in Coverdale.
St. Antoninus on the west side. Yeah. So, yeah, Barrett, great reuniting with you, and hopefully we'll see you again here on Business Watch.
Thank you so much, Kelly. I appreciate it.